Hi, I'm Nicole Peltier, and today we're going to practice a yoga practice with breath work called Keep Coming Back, It Works If You Work It, and You're Worth It. So with basic yoga postures, we'll do some balance poses, some meditative breath work. We'll try to work with the concept of keep coming back. So anything that you start, a relationship, a project, a job, or even a fitness program, you need to work it for it to work for you. So this is no different. We'll just keep coming back and work with it. So I'd ask that once you begin this series, this video, to do the whole thing to its completion. And if you can't, then come back within 24 hours and see if you can finish it. What you'll need for this one is a yoga mat, if you have one. If you don't, just use a towel or a blanket. And if you have a pillow from your couch or your bed or anywhere, grab a pillow, it'll make it a little more comfortable. Let's begin. And we're going to practice yoga and some meditative breath work with the theme of keep coming back, it works if you work it. So you'll have your yoga mat, and if you have a pillow or a cushion of some kind, let's go ahead and sit down and prop ourselves up with it. You're welcome to light a candle or some incense to make your space more cozy. Once you get settled, bring your hands onto your knees and let's begin. Drop your eyes down. You can gaze at the ground or even close your eyes. The first thing we'll do is just be still. First things first. So align your spine. Stop fidgeting. Stay right in that stillness and watch your breath. Watch your breath coming through your nose. Nice and cool. And then notice how the breath is warm when it leaves through the nose. See if you can slow your breath down and even deepen your breath. Keep coming back to this breath right here, right now. Let's take a full breath in, even deeper. Belly expands. And a long breath out, and see if you can relax deeper into this seat. We're almost done here. Stay focused. Deep breath in. And long breath out. One more time. We keep coming back to this moment. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can open your eyes. Just welcome yourself to your yoga practice. Drop your hands down for now and feel yourself rooting into the ground. And then we'll just stretch the left arm up. And imagine you're reaching up to grab something from the ceiling. And as you reach up, continue to root down. Right hand can walk out and we'll lean to the right. If you can, just look up underneath your left arm. Be still and breathe. This skill of keep coming back, focus on what's happening now, can be a game changer for our recovery practice. For any program or any project that we enter, practicing staying the course. So take another breath here. Fully reach into your left hand. And then exhale, release it down. Close your eyes and just notice the changes already from left to right. Let's do the other side. Right arm reaches up, inhale. Stay here, exhale, rooting down into your seat. Reach up a little further this time. And then as you exhale, walk your left hand out and extend yourself over the left side. If you can, look under your right arm to the ceiling. You might even close your eyes. When I close my eyes, sometimes it helps me focus more on what's happening now. And I'll find myself getting distracted and I might just come right out. But I know the practice is to keep coming back. So re-enter if you exit. Keep working with it. Keep deepening. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, reach that right arm over the left side. Exhale, sink down. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, release your right hand down and just take a moment to notice. And let's come to a tabletop position. So I like to use a blanket underneath my knees or a pillow. So if you have one, let's just make it comfortable for ourselves. So bring your knees onto that pillow and drop your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under and start to breathe with your movement now. So inhale and lift your sitting bones and chin. And exhale, round under. Should feel kind of nice to just lift up through the shoulder blades and hike up the belly. Inhale and lift your sitting bones and chin, your heart and your sitting bones. Then exhale and tuck under, pull in the belly and drop the chin. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale and tuck under. Inhale and lift. Exhale and tuck. Let's do 3 more rounds. See if you can get more invested, more focused, instead of less. Now, step your right foot up between your hands, coming to a runner's lunge. Now you can drop your hands down in line with your right foot. Or if you're feeling pretty comfortable here, then bring yourself up and bring your hands onto your right knee. Sink down into your hips. And what you might notice now is something you might not have noticed before. The front of the left thigh stretching. So we're doing things in our yoga, breath, our time schedule, and our recovery program that we might not have ever done before. See if you can use this opportunity to get more comfortable with just being in the unfamiliar. Let's investigate. So sink deeper into your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Feel the sensation of stretching, balancing, strengthening, and breathing. And for this last couple breaths, if you're feeling inspired, let's stretch the arms up overhead. Inhale, lift up. Exhale here. One more time, inhale. And then exhale the hands to the ground. Slide that right knee back. And let's take a little break. So we'll drop the hips back towards the heels and drop your head down towards the ground. If your head doesn't meet the ground or you don't have anything to rest it on, you can build up with your 2 fists and put your forehead on your hands. Now, close your eyes and wherever you are, look inward. Notice yourself breathing. Keep coming back to the breath. One more full breath here. Long breath out. And let's begin again. So come back up to tabletop position.
Now, this time, we're going to tuck the chin and tailbone under and inhale when we're hiked up in the back of the heart. Exhale when you look up and sitting bones reaching up. So it's opposite breath pattern, same movement. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, arch. Inhale, tuck. You might find this to be routine or even boring, but see if you can do it anyway. Get more invested, curious. Shine it up. Last couple rounds here. Slow it down. Feel what you feel. Inhale as you round in the upper back. Exhale as you sink your belly and look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale fully into the back of your lungs. Exhale and tilt. Let's attempt to step the left foot forward this time for your runner's lunge. Keeping the back knee on some cushion if possible. Now, if you left your hands down on the ground for the first leg, then just do that again. If you took your hands up to your knee, then go ahead and take your hands up. And let's feel this side. And you might notice that it feels different than the other. Get curious. Get more invested. Sometimes we overlook the most important part. So feel this sensation of stretching in the front of your thigh. Notice if your shoulders are hiked up and see if you can let them roll back, soften down. Keep coming back. Keep working with it because you are worth it and everything counts. How about 3 more breaths here? Inhale. Exhale. And for the last 2, if you chose to lift your arms up on that first side, let's go for it. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, commit. One more time, inhale. And release, hands to the ground. Slide the left knee back. And for this next one, we won't use the pillow. We'll come into a tabletop position. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. And then start to peel yourself down to the ground. Keep your hands in line with your chest and look forward. Root your thighs and your feet down into the mat as much as you can. So you heavy the lower body, and then we'll see if we can lift a little bit the upper body. This is called Cobra. So roll your shoulders back and start to inhale your heart up. Big breath in. We're gonna sigh out the mouth as we release. Inhale, lift any amount. Thighs are heavy. Sigh it out, exhale. Inhale, lift. Extra sip in. Exhale, sigh it out. 3 more. Inhale. Stay the course. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, make it the best one. Inhale and sigh. Rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Bend your knees and let your feet sway side to side like windshield wipers. Interesting that windshield wipers actually remove debris from our windshield so that we can see where we're going and go to the places that we want to arrive. So let this be like a reminder that we do the work on our recovery programs, in our yoga and our meditation to clear the windshield so that we can go to the places we want to go with ease, with clarity. Let's take a couple more breaths here, just clearing off the windshield. And now, keep your knees bent, but slide your hands back in line with your chest. We'll inhale, press up to tabletop position, and exhale, walk back and in, step your feet onto the ground, and stand up, right in the middle or the front of your mat. Just like when we started sitting, let's close our eyes and just notice ourselves standing, stacked with our body, and focused, and watch your breath. So let's begin by just closing the eyes and being still. Notice yourself here. And then you can lean a little bit to one side and then the other, forward and back. Just checking out all the directions that you can lean, and then come into the most center place that you can. So you feel stacked, stable, balanced. Allow your crown of your head to reach up towards the sky. Feel yourself light and open, present. You can imagine that your breath is actually beginning at the arches of your feet. And when you inhale, rises up all the way up through your spine and up to the crown of your head. And then when you exhale, from the crown down your spine, down your legs, and down into your feet. This is like a meditation. So let's do this for a couple breaths. If you get distracted, just keep coming back. Close your eyes. Here we go. Inhale, up the legs, up the spine, up to the crown of the head. Exhale all the way down, softening as you go. Inhale, inspired, invigorating, all the way up the legs and spine. Right to the top of your head. Exhale, all the way down. Rooting the feet down into the earth. One more breath like this. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to practice a balance pose now. So what you might notice is that the first thing you do when you feel like you're losing your balance is you stop breathing. So you'll use that practice that we just did to get yourself rooted and to keep breathing up and down through the pose. Another thing you'll notice is that you might get frustrated. You might fall out of it and think, I should be doing better. But this is the practice. Keep coming back and keep working with it so that it can work for you. So we'll start by shifting the weight into the left foot. Take your arms out to an A-frame. It'll help you with a little bit more stability. And then lift your right foot up. And this is already a challenge, so feel free to stay here. Otherwise, see what happens if you lift your knee up. Keep breathing. You can stay here, or open your knee to the side, and we'll come into a pose called tree pose. The right foot goes to the left inner thigh. If that's too high, go to the calf. If that's too much, go to the inner ankle. You can even leave your big toe on the ground. Do what you can. work with your edges. See if you can get a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, a little unfamiliar, just so you can practice that. Be better at it. Because you're worth it. You're worth the learning and the transformation. So you can leave your foot at the inner thigh or inner calf or inner ankle. And let's take the arms up higher. Here we go. Arms to a T position. Inhale. Exhale. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. Inhale. Exhale. And for the last 2 breaths here, those of you inspired to reach all the way up, inhale. Up and down your spine. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale and release. The right foot grounds back down to the earth, and let's shake it out. Shake it out. All right, let's do the other side. So root down into your feet. Extend your arms kind of an A frame. Take a deep breath in, and then lean to the right. Your left foot can come up just a little bit. Maybe you're inspired to lift it up higher. Maybe open your knee to the side. And actually, I like to grab my foot if I'm going to bring it all the way up to the inner thigh, and bring it all the way up there and push from the inner thigh. Avoid the inner knee. So if you're going down, go to the calf or even the inner ankle and breathe. Breathe all the way up your spine, up to the top of your head. And each exhale is an opportunity to ground back down. Try arms to a T position. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Keep coming back. Inhale. Exhale. For the last 2 breaths here, let's go for it. Arms reach all the way up. Remember breathing from the ground to the fingers or the crown, but you can go all the way up to the hands. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale and release. Drop and shake it out. Speaking of shake it out, we're going to do a breath called breath of joy that really activates. And you can do this in just by itself, just to kind of get yourself in gear. So I'll have you step your feet a little bit wider. Your arms will come forward first, and then out second, and up third, and then finally through the thighs. So I'm going to challenge you to stay with it. Do your best. In through the nose, in through the nose, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. It looks like this. Ha! Ha! It's forward, out, up, and down. And if you forget or you do it different, just keep coming back and working with it so that it can work for you. It's the breath of joy. Let's go for it. Here we go. In, ha! 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 Keep coming back. Ha! 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 3 more. Ha! Ha! Last one. Ha! And then rise up and stretch your arms all the way up overhead. And exhale your arms down to your sides. Close your eyes. Walk your feet back into that hips width distance. And notice how you feel. Do you feel more energized? Maybe joyous? Does your mind feel clear? We make these little adjustments and we make big outcomes. If we do what we've always done, we'll get what we've always gotten. So change your perspective. Trying something different, a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, a little unfamiliar, can make a big difference in your recovery program. Here we go. Arms reach up again. This time we'll look up. Root down into your feet. Breathe all the way up your spine and all the way up to your fingertips. Exhale down from your hands, down to through the spine and the legs and into the arches of the feet. Keep going up. Inhale. Rooting down. Exhale. Going up. Inhale. And going down, exhale. Let your arms drop down to your sides. Now, we're going to take a forward bend. And if you get lightheaded or if it becomes too much, come out, but come back. So bend your knees if you need to. Otherwise, legs are straight. And we'll spill down into a forward bend. So let your head and chest drop. You can hold your elbows and sway side to side. You can just let your hands dangle and your head dangle down. Maybe you close your eyes here and visualize something releasing out of your body, stress, tension, fear, anxiety, just spilling out from your lower back, down the middle back, down the crown of the head into the earth. Let's breathe together. Inhale. Make a sigh as you exhale, fold. Inhale. Long breath out, exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Start to walk your hands forward and your feet back on your yoga mat or towel and come into a pose called Downward Dog. It's an inverted V. It's a resting pose and a challenging pose, depending on your perspective. So press your hands in the earth, lift your hips like a tail to the sky. Let your head just spill down through your arms and just come back to your breath, to this shape, to this moment. That's the practice. Let's try 3 breaths here. Inhale, stay the course. Exhale. Get comfortable with the slightly uncomfortable. Inhale. Get familiar with the unfamiliar. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And sigh it out. Exhale. Walk your feet and hands towards one another again. Get your arms a break. You might shake your arms out a little. And then bend your knees. Drop your chest towards your thighs. Let your head really spill here. And then start to roll up to standing. Make sure you're breathing. Take a moment when you get to the top to just notice the changes. Notice how you feel. Now stretch your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Point your index fingers up and lean to the side. And then lean to the other side. Lean and lean. You can go a little faster if you want. You can go slower. Remember, you can't think yourself into a new way of living, but you can live yourself into a new way of thinking. So we're just changing things around. 4, 3, 2, take your hands behind the back of your head. Let your head rest in your hands with your elbows wide and start to peek your heart up. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your eyes. Last breath here standing, or last shape here standing, and then we'll come back to sitting. So really give it all that you can. Fully open your heart. Relax your tongue and your eyes and your face like you're standing in the rain to be cooled. Take another full breath here. And then lift your head up with your hands and release your hands down to your sides. Keep coming back to focusing on the breath. So close your eyes and notice yourself breathing. This technique alone will help calm your mind when you're stressed. Just watching your breath, coming back to your breath, working with your breath so it can work for you. Let's come back to sitting. This time, take the soles of your feet to the ground and your hands onto your shins. And we'll sit up as tall as we can and maybe let go so your arms can come forward. If you want a little more challenge, come halfway back. Maybe even lifting your feet off the ground. This is called boat pose. If it becomes too much for you, you can come out, but then just come back. Keep coming back. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Maybe you decide you want to see what happens if you stretch your legs up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay the course. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Drop the soles of your feet. Again, pull up. Sit tall. We're going to twist. Right hand comes back behind, and your left arm can wrap around, and we'll just turn to look back over the right shoulder. Using your right hand to help you sit as tall as you possibly can. We'll get as stacked and aligned as we did standing. And then using this left arm to help get you rotating to the right. Soften your neck, your eyes. You might even close your eyes. Remember how we were using the breath to lift and lengthen upward, and the exhale to soften and relax downward? You can do that here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath here. And then come back around. Start with just putting your hands on your shins. Sit up tall. Keep as much height as you can as you turn to your left. Your left hand props you up and your right arm can wrap around. And we turn. I like to think of this as not only a twist to strengthen and to stretch, but also a wringing out like you would a towel after you wiped off the counter. Wringing out each exhale and emptying an opportunity to release what doesn't serve us. So inhale into a full height. Exhale and wring out what no longer fits into your beautiful life. Inhale. Exhale, letting go, letting God. Inhale. Exhale. Stay the course. 2 more breaths. Back to center. Take the soles of the feet together. I'm going to use my pillow for this one, just it gives me a little more lift. Take the soles of the feet together, and you can hold your ankles and just reach your chest any amount forward and down, like a little intermission before we lay on our backs. So let your knees stretch out. Crown of the head is starting to reach down towards the floor. If it takes your breath away to stretch this deeply, you just come up and come back in. Breathing full, softening, relaxing if you can. One more breath here. Give it all you got. Long exhale, dip down a little deeper. And then rise up. Cross your ankles. Let's do a little neck stretch before we lay down, because we're worth that. It's like a little massage from ourselves to ourselves. So as we started, just start with a nice aligned spine and drop your chin. We'll roll to the right, not all the way back, and then down to the middle, and roll to the left, and down to the middle. And do 2 more rounds, giving yourself this important time just for you. Your exhale is carrying out what's going. So anything locked up in your neck, overthinking, overanalyzing everything, just exhale it out. Keep it simple. And slowly lift your chin back up. You might notice even more calm going on. Now, take your knees up and cross your ankles. Let's just take a moment before we move into the final phase of this class to come back to our breath and our attention. These little meditative moments. Deep breath in and long breath out. One more very present breath. You can open your eyes. We'll take this pillow and put it close by, but we're not going to use it for this next stretch. So come down onto your back. We'll start with the soles of the feet. Come all the way down. Drop your hands down alongside your hips. Walk your feet in close to your sitting bones. In this pose, you don't want to look left or right, so just trust yourself and listen to the cues. Push into your heels and lift your hips up. Lift your heart up. Relax your throat, relax your eyes. Breathe. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into your chest. Take another full breath here, and then lower down on the exhale. Let's do it again. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. Press firm into your feet and start to elevate your hips as high as you can. And if you want this time, grab the sides of your mat. Roll your shoulders underneath, lift your heart up, maybe even lace your hands underneath your back. Wherever you are, just shine into your heart. Deep breath in, see if you can take an extra length in your inhale. And exhale. Keep coming back to lifting your heart, pushing your heels down. Work with this pose, getting a little more space in your heart. Let's try 3 more breaths here. If you have to come out, but come back in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. Now, this time, lift your arms up and stretch them behind you. Lift your heels up, and as you exhale, lower down to the mat. Slide a pillow or a blanket underneath your head and hug your right knee in your chest. Place your right ankle on your left knee and press your right knee forward a little bit. If you want a little extra, take your hands around your left knee or shin and hug your left knee in. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes and get really calm and still and notice the sensations in your body. Keep coming back to this breath, back to this shape, back to the practice. One more breath here, and then exhale and let go. Place both feet on the mat and try the other side. Bring your left knee in your chest. Then place your left ankle on your right knee and gently press your left knee forward. If you want extra, hug your right knee in your chest so your left hand would slide through that little window. Now, fully commit to this moment, breathing it in and letting it go. Stay the course. Practice being in the uncomfortable, unfamiliar, and the awkward states so that when your recovery program is challenging in that way, unfamiliar, uncomfortable, awkward, you already have a skill to go forward and keep working with it. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let go. This time we're going to come all the way down to relax. You can slide your legs straight down on the ground. If you have a blanket, put it on yourself now. If it's small, just put it on your thighs. If it's big, go all the way over your body. Feel free to remove this pillow from beneath your head. You could put it under your knees or your heels. And then let your arms drop to your sides. Close your eyes. Rest your body. Feel your breath. Meditation is really just coming back. Keep coming back, because it's very difficult to keep the mind on the present moment. So we call it a practice. So if you find yourself drifting or even sleeping, come back to this stillness and this one breath that you're breathing now. Keep softening in the ankles, letting the feet just fall open. heavy your legs. Deeply relax the belly. Let your arms soften into the earth. Feel your shoulders and back relax and release. Release any holding in the jaw and the tongue and the eyes. Feel your breath moving in your belly, in your chest, but not trying to change anything, just watching. Now take a deep, even deeper breath in that you feel all the way down your arms and legs. And then sigh out your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe even stretch your arms back like a full body yawn. Bend your knees and just roll onto one side in the fetal position. Make your way up to a seat. We'll finish with our hands in prayer. Thank yourself for showing up and doing the work. Namaste.